and we are so excited to share with you guys about Azusa New Year's Eve 2020. It's going to be incredibly historic. You do not want to miss it, and my good friend Kim is about to jump on. I'm going to add her on here, and we're going to go for it. Oh man, I'm so pumped, guys. Hey.
I figured out the request this time.
Hey, it's so much better now.
Yes, it is.
Hey,
See, I
I
told
am
you it was you.
probably, but listen, I am so excited out of my mind about ending 2020 leading worship with you in Los Angeles. I'm super stoked.
Me too. It's going to be
It,
so
it,
much fun.
it feels like not just like the ending of 2020, which I feel like so many people are like, God, would this year just end? I feel you in many ways, but it honestly feels like it's the launching off into a whole new season, a whole new era. And I really am excited about it. Like I feel like there's a genuine, people all across America are coming in. People have been having dreams and visions, and a lot of stuff has been stirring up. And so the purpose of this was to share a little bit of our hearts on what we feel like God is saying, what we feel like He's doing, and then just inviting the entire world to come worship and go crazy with us. By the way, we just bought a couple thousand glow sticks today because this is going to be a party. We're going to get beach balls. We're going to get glow sticks. We have so many guitar amps. It's literally, you've never heard anything like what's about to happen. But I want to give a little bit of context, and then Kim, I want you to share some stuff that's on your heart. We're both Californians,
Yes.
and clinging on to our
Just
state and the
clinging to
promises
a
of God
thread.
by a
Yes.
thread. By a thread. I feel you. I
Yes.
feel you. Actually, when we were planning this, we had incredible opportunities and invitations to come into some really amazing places. Florida, Texas, all these other places. But I really felt like the Lord was just like, no, go after revival in your own state. Like, go after California, go after Azusa Street. And so I just began like diving into the history. Of course, many of you know I've been researching and going after the Jesus People movement, which has been a big theme for us this year. But then Azusa Street. And I think if you look at what happened in the early 1900s, there's been nothing probably in the history of America that's impacted the charismatic, spirit-filled world like what took place in Azusa. And what's interesting is it happened, Azusa Street really launched off the day after the massive earthquake happened in San Francisco. And it was like in the middle of the tragedy when everyone was freaking out. I mean, it was a big earthquake. It shook the whole city and so much damage. And literally, this was like God's response to the tragedy and the calamity and the fear that was taking root across America and in California. God's answer was revival. And that's what happened. And there's this amazing, I won't read the whole thing, but there's this incredible article in the Los Angeles Times from April 18th, 1906, where they basically put Azusa Street on the front page. And they were talking about how nobody can even understand what's happening. People are speaking weird tongues. There's healings taking place. African Americans and whites are together worshiping, which was like just historic, because that was a big part of the revival, was reconciliation. And they did this whole article and they put it on the front page, and just a couple of the lines were, "Weird babble of tongues, new sect of fanatics is breaking loose. A wild scene last night on Azusa Street. Gurgle of wordless talk by a sister." And that was the front page on the LA Times, and they really didn't know what to do with it. And it ended up, of course, exploding, and it ended up going over into Korea, launching a revival there. Of course, it was happening in Wales at the time too, and it just changed the whole world right from that street. And so we feel like it's time for another wave, like not just like, hey, this is cool, let's make a conference, but like not just like a tagline, but like we're desperate need for a
Yeah.
move of God. Like, you know, we've been using that line, revival or bust. Like, it's
Hmm.
our only option right now.
Yeah.
It's not like a fun thing to do. It's like, this is the
Hmm.
only hope for the future of our state, for the future of America. And so,
Yeah.
anyway, I wanted to just give you an opportunity. What are you been feeling like the Lord speaking? What are you carrying in your heart
Hmm.
with expectation for the new year?
Yeah. Well, I definitely identify with you saying it feels like a launching into the next year. I mean, yes, 2020 has been hard and not so fun, but I do feel like, and I actually shared this with a group of ladies that I meet with every month, and I was telling them that I just keep thinking about the scripture that talks about how a thankful heart prepares the way for the Lord. And I just got this picture of like you know, the guys out on the runway when the planes come in and they got the little wands, the little lit up wands, and they're like
Yeah.
directing the airplanes like over here, come this direction. And I just kind of felt like that's what I wanted my heart to be positioned as, like that my praise and my worship is like those little wands out there and
Mm.
saying, over here, God,
Wow.
bring your blessing, bring your anointing this
Yes.
direction. Like my praise, my gratitude, my thankful heart is going to prepare a highway before
Yeah.
me for him to come and land the jet right here. I want it right here.
Wow.
And so I feel like that's like one of the biggest things on my heart, is to just come with so much thankfulness, because it's so easy um, to feel somewhat robbed of the year, you know, because there's
Yeah.
it's, you know, we all have friends and family who have been sick. We all have people wrestling with fear. We have people dealing with loss of
Yeah.
businesses. We have loss of I mean, there's an abundance of hardship,
Yeah.
but also there is an abundance of God and Him here,
Yeah.
and Him being more than enough for all of us. And I just feel this thing in me that I want to just really direct my heart towards gratitude and
Yeah.
thankful for Him, even in the midst of all of this and in the midst of everything. And I can't think of a better way to close out 2020 and go into 2021 than to be worshiping Jesus.
Come
Like,
on.
what could be better? Like, let's move out of this crazy year with worship and praise, and let's enter into 2021 with hearts exploding with gratitude and
Yeah.
worshiping our guts out. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
what could be better than that. And so that's what I'm excited about and believing for. I definitely want to encourage people in that, like as we gather together. And even if, you know, for those who can't be there, like find that heart of gratitude and stir up the thankfulness, find the things that you can be
Yeah.
thankful for. And let's shift our eyes. And I've um I've gone out on a couple little mini tours. We did 4 nights of worship in Florida and then 4 nights of worship in Texas. And few things. Number one is, in all of the places we went, there's been so much. Thank you for coming. Thank you
Yeah.
for being here. Thank you for
Yeah.
doing this. Thank you for getting out here. We need
Yeah.
this. We need to
Come on.
worship. We need to
Come
be
on.
together. We
Yeah.
need to gather. And there's just been a huge, just people just feeling so ready to be
Yeah.
together worshiping Jesus. But also, every night of the tour, we've been praying for fear to be broken off of people's
Come on.
lives.
Yeah.
You know, fear and wisdom are two different things. If, you know, in regards to COVID, if you're a vulnerable person, wisdom may be to stay home. But fear cannot dictate decisions for us. Fear
Come on.
cannot dictate whether we choose to
Come on.
worship or step out. Like,
Yeah.
no decision should be made in fear ever.
Come on.
And so we've been praying every night of
Yeah.
those worship nights for fear to be broken off of people. And
Yeah.
then the other thing that I have noticed while we've been out is just this, how would I put it? Like an anticipation of, you can feel it, you know,
Yeah.
if you are discerning, there is an anticipation and a stirring and excitement in the air of of what's to come, of what God is doing.
Yeah.
And I think it looks like hope. I think it
Mhm.
looks like joy breaking through heaviness.
Yeah.
And it's been it's been powerful. I know that you've been experiencing really powerful times of worship out with
Mhm.
the other Let Us Worship events. And then in the worship nights I've been having, it's been really powerful. I think God
Yeah.
is definitely doing something incredible right now.
Mhm.
And I'm
Yeah.
happy to be a
No.
part of it.
Yeah, I do, and I feel like it really is a privilege. I mean, I think that in times like this, and we've seen it across America, like Judah has to go first.
Mhm.
Judah always goes first into the battle. The worshipers go first, and yeah, that means that we get attacked and slandered and blah 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 blah. Like,
Mhm.
people they make a big deal about that, and I'm just like, you know what? We get glory. Like we get His presence. Like we get to experience miracles, signs, and wonders. I'm telling you, we are going to see in Los Angeles, California, so many salvations. Do you know how desperate people are right now? They've lost everything. Do you know how
Yeah.
much they're just waiting to feel the presence of God? Many people
Yeah.
haven't been to church all year. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, we're going to invite the entire world. Yes, we're going to set up in a giant parking lot where thousands of people can come. And if you need to spread out, you can totally spread out. Like
Yeah.
there's a lot of room. And yes, we are going to get the biggest freaking sound system that has ever been made. And yes, we're going to jump, we're going to dance and worship for joy.
Mhm.
It's like that verse, in Isaiah 54, it says, "Sing, O barren woman, rejoice,
Mhm.
who have no child, burst into song, shout for joy, for greater are the children of the desolate." Like I believe that this
Mhm.
is a moment for us in America, coming out of this crazy year, where we get the choice to worship and choose joy, even when maybe
Yeah.
we haven't felt like it. And I think it's going to unlock something in the spirit for what God's going to do in 2021. So listen,
Yeah.
we are planning to party. I mean, Kim and I, we've been
I'm ready. I'm so excited.
Kim and I have
I
been writing songs together. We have some new songs that we're going to be sharing with you
Mhm.
guys. I don't feel like they're just for this night, but I feel like they're anthems. We are going to be
Mhm.
streaming this on epic cameras like around the world, which is going to be awesome. Everyone's going to get a chance to join in the party.
I'm just gonna
But
strap my phone to my chest and like have it like what's those like kind of packs where you can just like put it right here and I'll just put the camera out and just live stream from my Instagram, right? That would be so cool.
just blurry everywhere, just blurry and jumping around. No,
Exactly.
we're gonna invite the whole world to contend with us, but I really do want to encourage you guys to join us in person if you can. I think something,
Yes.
and I want to say this too. I'm going to go over a quick schedule because this was kind of the big announcement tonight. Obviously, Kim's going to be with us, which is what a dream come true. I mean, I can't think of anybody that I would rather have roar over me in worship and break out fear than Kim. I mean, nobody has a voice and authority like her, so we're excited. But it's actually we're going to make the whole thing's going to be kind of a journey. So it's kind of similar to what we did in Washington D.C. The pinnacle of the time together was when we were on the mall, with almost 40,000 of us. But leading up to that, we had several prophetic moments. One at the Supreme Court, another one at the Lincoln Memorial, another one in front of the White House. In LA, we're going to do something very similar. We're going after this call for revival. So on Wednesday, December 30th, the night before New Year's Eve, we're going to be on Skid Row, and we're going to be doing an outreach from 7 to 10 p.m. to the homeless. We're going to be going after healing, signs, and wonders. We're going to be bringing food. We're going to be bringing clothing. We're going to be blessing those people on Skid Row, and really going to see the power of God show up, because that's what Azusa is all about. And then
Mhm.
on Thursday, the 31st, which is 2 weeks from today, guys, 2 weeks from today, we are going to be throwing
Woo!
it down. We're starting at Echo Park at 10 a.m. So we're going to be gathering at Echo Park, super historic landmark there in Los Angeles. From 10 to 12, we're going to be doing an outreach. We're going to be blasting the city with the love of God. And then at noon, we're going to be meeting at Amy Simple McPherson's house.
Oh my
And
gosh.
for those of you that don't know some of the revival history, I mean, she was just a legend. She actually launched a big part of her healing ministry during a pandemic. Listen to
Mm.
this, Kim. When everyone said, you can't go, people are sick, you can't go out. Amy Simple was like, forget that. Like, I'm called by God. She went out and people just started
Mhm.
getting healed in the middle of a pandemic. It's a crazy thing that happened. I believe it was in Tulsa when that took place. So we're going to
Yeah.
be at her house from 12 to 1. And then from 3 to 5 p.m., we're going to be meeting on Azusa Street. And that's going to be a very significant time of prayer, intercession, praying for that revival to awaken, actually on Azusa Street in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And then the grand finale is going to take place on the old road in Valencia, California. The church is called Higher Vision. It's their parking lot. It is a giant parking lot right off the I-5. I believe it's like 30 minutes from LAX. It's an incredible location, super prophetic, and we're going to be gathering in their parking lot from 9 p.m. till midnight. And it is going to
Woohoo.
be the most incredible gathering of 2020
I'm gonna
going
have to
into
drink so
2021.
much coffee to stay up that late.
Oh, girl, we got you. Listen, we got you guys. We got coffee for you. We got new merch for you. We're going to hook it up.
I'm
Right?
stoked,
Everyone's
stoked.
going to be taken care of. And listen, we're going to live stream the 9 to midnight. We're going to be singing new songs. We're going to be singing old songs. I've already put in
Mhm.
some personal requests of mine to Kim. I
Oh
would like
boy.
her. Kim can do whatever she wants. I don't care. She could literally, and she probably will. I mean, we'll probably have a song list, and then Kim will be like, yeah, that's cute. I'm gonna
So
do like a 58-minute prophetic song
you know
to
me. You know me.
to slay it open,
I will
and I
do
will
what I
be
want.
like, you go, girl. Like, I'm down. So we have an incredible band. We have a bunch of amazing pastors and leaders from all different backgrounds. I've already put in
Mhm.
some personal requests of mine to Kim. I
Oh
would like
boy.
her. Kim can do whatever she wants. I don't care. She could literally, and she probably will. I mean, we'll probably have a song list, and then Kim will be like, yeah, that's cute. I'm gonna
So
do like a 58-minute prophetic song
you know
to
me. You know me.
to slay it open,
I will
and I
do
will
what I
be
want.
like, you go, girl. Like, I'm down. So we have an incredible band. We have a bunch of amazing pastors and leaders from all different backgrounds, ethnicities, denominations.
Mhm.
It's really going to be an incredible display of unity for Southern California, and we're going to
Yeah.
just press in God together. So I want to invite you guys all to come. Please register if you have not registered. You can go to letusworship.us. Again, that is letusworship.us, and that'll really ensure that we know, kind of have a ballpark figure of who's coming, so that we can really prepare. Kim, anything else before we go?
I'll just say the only other thing that I was thinking about and what I've been praying for is I think it's pretty crazy that for a long time churches got shut down, and then of course California is church is still shut down. Um but I just think that this is an opportunity for us as a body of Christ to come into a realignment.
Come
And
on.
I do think that God is taking what's happened and turning it around. I just keep saying, I've been saying this when I've been going out and we do like Q&As and stuff like that. And I've been saying that
Mm,
when you take away all the production, do you still have Jesus to offer people? When you
yeah.
can't put on a great Sunday service and run through the motions and have everything timed down to the minute and have your perfect stage set up and have your, perfect everything, when you take all of that away, do you still actually have the tangible
Yeah.
Jesus who is alive inside of us to offer people? And I think this has just been a really great time for just like a reevaluation of our own hearts,
Yeah.
a reevaluation of the way that we do church. I think
Come
it's
on.
an opportunity for our hearts to come into a realignment, and
Yeah.
especially kind of even coming back to the things that truly and really matter outside of
On.
walking through a perfect church service. And I understand,
I
there's a
love
lot
it.
of things within a church that we got to work out. There's multiple services and parking, there's all those details and all those things.
Yeah.
However, there is this other element that it's really easy to feel like you have an awesome relationship with Jesus simply because you showed up to church on Sunday. And it's really easy to feel like you're a successful pastor because you had a great service. So I think that this time has allowed us to kind of really have to look at our hearts and have to
Yeah.
kind of face the music and look in the mirror and
Hmm.
reevaluate
Yeah.
our hearts, our lives, the way that we do church, what really matters. And I think that this is, I don't know, I think God is and will do what he does with things like this, which is turn it around for our good. And I
Come
think
on.
that if we're willing, that we'll really learn something out of all of this.
Yeah.
So I am
I
so
I
excited.
I feel like that there's a rawness, and I spend so much time in the persecuted underground churches across the world, and I mean it's been really the privilege of my life really to do that. In those nations, across the world, I just feel like I learned so much, and I feel like everything I've learned for 20 years in those places, I'm applying it in a way here where, those guys, they don't have, the massive mega churches. They don't have
Mhm.
the, all of the tricks that we have. They just go raw.
Right.
They
Right.
go out wherever they can meet, under trees in West Africa,
Yeah.
in the desert in Saudi Arabia. I've been with these guys all
Yeah.
over, and I feel like that there's a rawness that we're called to recapture in this season.
Yes.
As
Yeah.
the church, and especially in SoCal, where there's a mega church. I mean, there's a lot of amazing churches there. I mean, incredible leaders, incredible pastors, and a lot of them have taken a really bold stance in this season. I'm so grateful for them.
Yeah. It's
But I feel
awesome.
like, if we can meet together in a parking lot on New
Yeah.
Year's Eve, and if we can just rediscover the gritty goodness of God and his
Hmm.
ability to come and touch our hearts, if we can just
Yeah.
go after his presence together and
Yeah.
ask him to baptize us in that Azusa Street fire, I
Amen.
really
Yes.
believe the Lord is going to do something powerful. So, anyway,
Yeah.
Kim and I, we're signing off tonight. We're inviting you all to come. You can go to letusworship.us. Again, that's letusworship.us.
Yeah.
If you want to contribute to help pulling this together, of course, it's free. All of these events have been free. They've always been free, but there is a
Hmm.
cost. If you want to sow, we would love that. That would be incredible. And we cannot wait to see you there. I'll be publishing the schedule tomorrow morning. Again, it starts December 30th on Skid Row with a massive outreach, and it's going to continue on December 31st.
I
And the epic New Year's Eve, 9 p.m. to midnight, will be in Valencia.
I'm so excited. I gotta say, when you're talking about the underground church, this is total side note, but one time you posted something, I don't even know what, and there's a couple comments, people like, oh my word, the church in America is not persecuted. You don't even know what a persecuted church looks like. And I was laughing so hard because I was like, of all the people who would know what a persecuted church looks like, you would know. It
I
was
got,
comical. I'm like, do people
I
know
got.
who they're
Listen,
trying to get mad at right
I really am. I mean, I'm trying to issue restraint, Kim. I'm trying to issue restraint. I've been working on it. I haven't been the best. I'll be honest with you guys, but I'm working hard on it. And my heart is I just want the results to speak for themselves. Like,
Yes,
this is
yes.
this is our this will be our 52nd city this year. Every single city, radical healings, radical
Yeah.
deliverances, people getting saved. I just had a girl text me today, an incredible a woman of God. She said, I'm going to bring my 3 kids. I want them all to get baptized. And I said, well, good, because we got cow troughs. We're going to be baptizing people like crazy that night.
Cow
And it is going
troughs,
to be,
yeah.
you
Doing it
know it.
farm style. That's how I like
Yeah,
it.
that's your jam.
That is my, yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we're
That's
so stoked
awesome.
to see you there. Kim, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm just so honored to lead with you. I can't wait for it. It's going to be a blast.
Thank you. Yes, I'm so excited. It's gonna be amazing.
All right, everybody. We'll see you there.
Bye.